Hello.
Let everybody know your name and all the good stuff. So,
My name is Savanah. It's
okay.
pretty much as good as it gets.
So,
Can't be all the good stuff.
yeah. So where did Savanah come from? Do you know where they brought the name from?
Honestly, my mom liked the town, but she wanted it to be unique, so I spell it differently. I only have one N.
Okay.
But I just say that she didn't want me to find my name on a keychain.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That's
Fair.
the worst. That is the worst. When because Ricardo is fairly, I would
Yeah.
say popular, but it's not random.
Right.
And I could never find my name on anything growing
See,
up.
Daniel, you can, but like Danny, I never like hearing that.
I know you. I know
Yeah,
you're
but
not.
I'm not a Danny. Never. There's always one person in my life that calls me that. Though.
You'll find Savannah on mugs, on keychains, but you won't spell it how I
Yeah,
spell
it'll
it.
have the two
So I'm
N's,
like, what's
yeah.
the point? And even my grandma, I remember one time it was for Christmas, she spelled my name like Savanah. And I was like, you're my grandma, you don't even know how to spell my name? Like, she had like an H, like 3 H's in there, and I was like, that's not even close. Like, I get like 2 N's
Yeah.
or no H, but 3 H's. Like,
That's how people
she
spell
really
their name?
tried me with that one.
Yeah. So she got you. So you have to personalize your own keychains, which you can do all over Orlando. Though.
Yeah, you can.
You can do that.
You're in the right place for that.
You're the
But now I
right.
just have my little Hooters keychain. That's it.
Okay.
Gotta represent.
All right. Fair enough. So why come to Hooters I Drive? What made you come here?
Honestly, I knew some of the girls that already worked here,
Okay.
and that they said that they really liked working here, and all of my family has been Hooters girls.
Okay.
And honestly, I just wanted to make some money while I live in college, because I'm not trying to be broke.
Fair
This
enough.
is a good way to not be broke.
Yeah.
So you have family that has. So how many people in the family have worked at Hooters?
5.
5. And who are they?
All of them are my aunts.
All of your aunts.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So shout out to your aunts. Were they in Orlando or?
No, they were actually in Newport Richie
Okay. All
on
right.
the boat ramp.
I could imagine that's got to be busy.
And it's all outside. Like,
Yeah.
there's no inside. So she was like, and they had different uniforms back then. So she was just like, it was totally different from what it is now.
So, are you born and raised Florida?
Yep, I'm from Tampa.
Oh, very nice.
In Tampa. Okay. Do you have a favorite sports team? Do you like South Florida?
It's funny. I actually went to South Florida,
Okay.
but now I go to UCF.
This is what we dealt with yesterday. I went to Florida, now I go to Florida State, or go to UCF, but none of the girls had not seen any games. Did you go to a game?
I did. I went to USF versus UCF.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a
game that I went
rivalry.
to,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
rivalry game.
Was it here or at USA?
It was at USF last year, I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was.
And USF has been terrible in that rivalry recently.
Yeah, especially recently. Yeah.
But I cover them both of like the last 8 years, UCF and USF. So I think they want to be called South Florida now. They're rebranding, whatever. So South Florida has a coach, Jeff Scott from Clemson, and I think they're going to get better. They got a good recruit coming in, quarterback, and UCF is good. And
Yeah, because Clemson is really good. So, maybe if they take their
yeah.
coach, maybe they can do some magic.
Yeah,
at
hey,
USF.
South Florida.
It works that way. It's the mindset. You bring that winning
Right?
mindset.
You never
turn
know.
It
You
around.
never know. At this point, it couldn't get any worse.
Right.
That's-
it can't
Yeah,
hurt. Right.
that's true. So you went to the rivalry game, UCF, USF. Who did you cheer for?
Well, at the time, I had already gone to UCF. Like, I had already transferred,
Okay.
but I was wearing a USF shirt
Okay.
because, all of my family went to USF, and I kind of was like the traitor going to UCF. But honestly, it wasn't about the school for me. It was just I wanted to live in Orlando, and that just happened to be the school that was here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes
that's
sense.
fair enough.
Now you didn't do one of those things where you had the USF shirt, but then the UCF shirt
Oh, no,
underneath.
no,
it,
no,
you
no,
pulled it
no,
off.
no, no, no. It was so funny because my ex-boyfriend at the time, he already went to UCF, and I was at USF, and I would always, say, go Bulls, and he would get so mad at me, and I'd be like, hey, what are you going to do?
But you almost have to do that at the stadium.
You be
Because
prepared, you
it's
know?
like second half, the other team's winning, you go into the bathroom, you switch your shirt.
Right?
Yeah.
Got to get on the wagon.
So UCF, you know that the stadium's called the Bounce House. Do you know that? Okay. So it literally shakes, and we spoke about this here at Hooters I Drive yesterday, that when you're in the press box, if you're jumping on the bleachers, it will like physically move us in the media frontward and backward like
Oh,
we're in a
really?
simulator.
Yeah, because I've been in the stadium, like I've been in the bounce house, and when we're on there, I always like fall off the bleachers, and I feel so bad because I'm like knocking everybody over, especially when we have the flags going up and down. I'm like, y'all gotta relax.
Like, bleachers are so underrated. Like, I mean, when
Yeah.
it comes to like the real vibe
Cheap is
of
underrated.
of football, like,
Yeah.
I mean, bleachers. Like, give me some bleachers. Like, even when, before they did the complete renovation at the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
I remember we went to.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it was Florida State Ole Miss or something like that we went to. The atmosphere was crazy just because you feel like at any moment you might fall off and die.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So like
That's
that,
the dome in Syracuse. It's just bleachers and cement.
Yeah.
Like, it's not comfortable. Your butt falls asleep. It's cold.
That's why you gotta get those little bleacher pads.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
know.
right.
Sit
See,
on-
everybody got
I
'em.
see people like you'll see like the older people. They got the chairs, they
Uh-huh.
got their fan
They got
going, they got an
armrests
umbrella,
on them and
and I was like,
everything,
I'm
yeah.
trying to go sit by you. Like I don't want to sit with the students. Like I don't want to sit in the student section. Like I'm trying to go over there where it's nice.
Yeah, my dad we didn't have those, so he had pieces of insulation. And we drove down to New York City. So he brought the insulation to sit on. There's these foam blocks, they weigh nothing.
Yeah.
Brought them into the arena, sit on them. You stay warm the whole time. And we had hand warmers, it was perfect. I was like, shout out to my dad.
But
So,
not here.
yeah, well, here it's going to be hot all the time.
Yeah, nah, especially that sun beating on the bleachers too. Woo.
So, Wake Up Call is all about where sports meets life. So we talk about sports, but it's a little bit of everything. Favorite music?
I really like EDM music, like house music. That's
Okay.
probably my favorite, and which is nice because in Orlando everybody's into that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like every-
EDC, and EDC comes through what? November?
In November,
Yeah.
that's really big. That's probably one of the most popular ones because even if you're not into the music, like a lot of people still go to that one
Yeah.
because it's like very.
It's a great vibe. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, it's very open.
Very open, and they do bring a lot of different artists too. It's not just.
Oh yeah, it's not like just house. Like EDM has so many different styles of music.
Yeah, I need you guys to like train me on that a little bit because I'm country, hip hop,
Yeah.
and R&B.
I got all the good basics.
Okay, all right.
Since I DJ as well, so like I used to do a lot of EDM DJing.
Oh,
like,
really?
Like I'm older though, so a lot of the clubs I used to DJ at probably aren't even like we used to be at the Roxy. I don't think the Roxy's there no more. Vintage on down on Orange Ave, like, but it's just it's an energy. You know what I mean?
It's getting bigger too.
Yeah.
Like more. Like I remember when I first got into it was in high school, and everybody thought I was weird for
Yeah.
liking it, and I was like, y'all are weird for not trying
not-
new stuff.
yeah, exactly,
Like if
yeah.
you don't like it, that's fine. But I think everybody, you try it.
Give it a shot. And then you just make a
And the
decision.
atmosphere is so fun, and everybody's so nice. Like I've never met somebody being rude there. Like you go to country concerts, everybody's like drunk and in your face. Like you go to EDM festival, everybody's just like vibing, everybody's so happy.
Wow.
Dude, I remember
are.
working a country concert. I was working one of them in Syracuse, and there was this guy that was he was spitting tobacco on the ground when people
Yeah.
were walking by him. He was drunk, he was rude, he was abrasive. I found out he was a state trooper.
Sounds about right.
I was driving by the next day, and I look at the guy that's like guarding one of the gates, and I was like, "It's the guy from the Kenny Chesney concert last night." So
Can you imagine he like pulls you over a couple days later, and you're just like, weren't you the guy?
yeah, I let you stay there with your ticket, so you're not going to give me a ticket.
Yeah,
is
right.
what I'm saying. So favorite movie?
Super bad.
I love that.
I actually named my dog after the show.
Good call.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
What's-
McLovin.
Oh, that's great.
What kind of dog?
He's a Jack Russell Beagle mix.
Okay, and his name is McLovin.
Well,
I like
that's
that.
his last name.
What's his first
full
name?
name is Bo Butter McLovin.
Bo
'Cause I
Butter
wanted to
McLovin.
name him Butter, but everybody was like, that's stupid. So I was like, well, it's going to be his middle name then.
Bo Butter McLovin.
Yep.
That's a name.
That's like a new rapper.
Right?
I like Bo Butter McLovin. So
It's
I was-
different.
It is very different. So the movie Superbad, I love it because my best friend, who is down here too, Evan, is that there's that scene where he's like, I just want to shout from the rooftops, I love my best friend Evan, and then he goes boop. Yeah, like so that scene, I always mess with Evan about that. But yeah, Superbad is a very underrated movie.
Yeah.
Some
I'll
of
like
the,
bring it up and nobody knows about it.
some of the best one-liners. Like
Oh, yeah.
like the whole movie is just like nonstop one-liners.
And him taking the alcohol and putting it in like the gasoline stuff. And,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, detergent. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Nah,
So,
the best.
do you have a favorite line that you quote, or lines?
I mean, I probably couldn't quote.
Okay.
anything
Do you have a
from
favorite
it.
part of the movie?
Probably when he actually convinced the cops that his ID was real in the convenience store. Because he like gave it to him, they're like, "Oh, just McLovin," and then the cops end up giving him a ride
Yeah.
to like the party, and I'm just like,
And the
dude,
cops
what
are
are you,
raging out the whole rest of the way.
right?
Yeah. We told you to pick any name. You picked McLovin from Hawaii. Just one name, like Cher.
You're like,
yeah.
just McLovin, like, yeah.
Who's the best? You look like Aladdin.
I like the fact though that, and I actually have it in my bag. So they had a driver's license at a restaurant that I went to, Cooper's in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which is actually featured in the Office TV show. They talk about it, and I got the Marty McFly thing from Back to the Future, but they also have McLovin's ID,
ID.
that you can buy there.
Oh yeah, I
which
have
is
a
pretty
little
cool.
like sticker of it on my mini fridge.
Yeah.
no,
was
you can't
ID.
go wrong. That's a good
Bo Butter McLovin.
Yeah.
I think that might be like my like street name or something like that.
That's the new spirit.
Yeah, can we steal that name for certain things?
I mean, if you know how to spell it.
Oh man.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm intrigued.
So you spell Savannah different. How do you spell Bo Butter McLovin?
Well, butter and the McLovin is obviously just how
The
it
same.
sounds, but Bo is B-A-U-X.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're like New Orleans style.
I'm trying to be a little different because I feel like B-O, that's so like
it's
hillbilly, you know? I mean, that's like, I'm from like a little small town outside of Tampa and it's very like hillbilly.
Yeah.
And I was like, and my dog's from Orlando, so I was like, we're gonna switch it up a little bit.
different. He's
I like
different,
Bo.
yeah. And then to the point. Yeah, so you got a different Savannah spelling, so you know
Right?
you gotta go
gotta
different
keep
with
it,
Bo
gotta keep
also.
it going.
Yeah, Bo deserves to have a name that nobody else can copy.
Exactly.
So I do a thing on my show where I flip it, and it's called Rapid Fire, where instead of us asking the questions, the interviewee can put us on the hot seat. Savannah, I'm going to let you do this since you've been an awesome guest. You can ask Rick one question, you can ask me a question, and we're live. We have to answer the question.
Dun, dun,
Wish
dun.
I would have had a little bit more time to prepare my question.
rapid
Put me
fire.
On the spot.
It's rapid fire.
Okay, what brings you to Hooters on iDrive?
This, this. I mean, this is my guy, man. Dan is one of my good friends here since I've been in Florida. So, anytime he's in town and calls and asks me to be a guest, I'm there. Even if it's not in town, if he needs me on a Zoom, I'm there. So, I'm here representing, doing my thing with my buddy, man.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Alright, and what is your favorite Hooters? Which location is your favorite Hooters?
I'm not saying this because I'm here. I'm not. So I started with Point Orlando, which was right up the road, and that was so Rick is in our fantasy football league, which is drafting here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at night. And so we started at Point Orlando 11 years ago, but tomorrow we'll be celebrating our 10 and 11 year anniversary because COVID's not going to take the decade anniversary from me.
Absolutely not.
So this location, I came in with Tim Baum, who I started with 11 years ago at Hooters, and I met him here during COVID in like February or something. And I came into the location, and I kind of just fell in love with
The girls.
the way with the way that it was all set up. So, because then I thought you were going to say like pick your favorite, like who's your favorite person, who's your favorite personality. I won't answer that question.
No.
So-
It's okay, we know it's me.
So, well, actually, when I came in and got everything set up this week, Savannah was one of the first people I met, actually right here. So,
Yep.
so I would have to say that as far as hospitality, welcoming me in, and showing personality, then I have to give you some credit. So you do get some credit for
Credit
that.
where it's due.
So, yeah, very humble. So, but yeah, no, I like the layout of this Hooters. I do. I like that it's different. So, yeah, Savannah, I think we're going to have to keep you around. You got a good personality. But thank you for
Appreciate
spending
it.
some time with
Of
us.
course. Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Absolutely.
Good to meet you,
Good to
Savannah.
meet you.
1N.
Yeah.
Yes, don't forget.
Give our best to Bo.
Oh, I will.